Hello, art students. Miss Russ here because we have the exciting opportunity to go see artwork live. And this learning in this video gets you started on making sure that you are prepared to handle this learning experience so that it's not only a fun experience, but one that lets you walk away feeling confident, knowing how to discuss and analyze artwork. The reason that we go on this trip is because the truth of the matter is, in the adult world, people with influence, with power, and oftentimes money have the ability to discuss art and analyze artwork. And we want to make sure that when you leave Ankeny Community Schools, you have the keys boop, boop, to the kingdom that allow you to participate in that type of world. So let's go ahead and get started. As you get into our Google Classroom, you will notice that everything is listed in steps, just like on your learning guide. If you haven't taken time to put your first name, last name, art class code, and your teacher's student number here, please do so now. You are currently watching step 1, which is this video. At the conclusion of this video, you will move in to step 2, which is a second video that is going to explain to you how and why to look at art in a museum and exactly what is happening inside your brain when you do. At the conclusion of that video, you are going to complete a slide. Miss Ross is having trouble talking. Slide where you are going to explain what you learn. This will be tricky, and you're going to find that you have to go back to the second video and rewatch chunks of it so that you can really make sure that you are meeting the standard. Let me show you how you get in for step 3 to that slide you're going to complete. Oops, wrong slide. Okay. So let's pretend this video is over and I went to my second video and I have watched it. I maybe even took some notes so I felt ready. Then I would go to step 3 and I would click on the slide. Now, depending on the year and depending on the teachers, your teacher will be listed here, but it might not be the ones you're seeing in the video. And then it can take a really long time for this slide to load or these documents to load. So just wait for all the slides to pop up. Once they do, you're going to find your student number slide, and then you're going to go ahead and get started. But you are never going to forget that we are participating in a learning experience, and we are participating in a learning experience where literally every keystroke is saved and can be reevaluated by your teacher. Note, I can go back to just what I did a little bit ago, and it will highlight what I did and it will show the changes that I make. So, remembering that we are keeping all of our focus on sharing our learning, not on causing trouble that wastes your time and your teacher's time. You have found your slide. You'll put your first name, your last name, but I want to go in to explain the rubric. So, you watched that second video right after this one, and you learned a lot about how and why we look at artwork. You are then going to answer the questions. This first one says, is there a right or wrong response to viewing art? You are going to choose which side you believe, and the video will actually provide you evidence that support both. You want to make sure that your writing is not a list, because that means you would be in progressing. You want to make sure that you're writing in paragraphs, that you're using the grammar and the spelling techniques taught to you, that you're writing with things like a topic sentence. And then when you say why you believe that, you want to make sure that you're using specific evidence, specific things described in the video. But for bonus points, not only are you explaining what was shared in the video, but you actually apply that to create new thoughts and new ideas that go beyond just what the people provided you in that 4-minute video. Once you have completed answering both questions using all the grammar expectations presented to you for your entire 5th grade career, and the expectations of Miss Russ that when we are discussing art, we can't accidentally, pardon my French, be discussing our poop. You know what I mean. It's 3D. I created it, right? We're using specifics that clearly articulate something that describes the artwork or the intention of the video. Then you're going to go back to that learning guide, and this is where you're going to have your teacher read what you wrote. If it meets or exceeds the learning expectations, the teacher will sign off, and you are ready to go to video numero 4. All right, with that, happy learning, and make sure that you are going slow and that you are asking questions if you have them. Bye!